What the fuck happened to us, man? What happened to us, men? And I'm not talking about the distortions you see in the spiritual space of over-feminized men. I'm not talking about pride and LGBT fucking alphabet people. It's not what I'm talking about. We're looking a layer deeper. We're looking at all the pain that we men sit with, that we're addicted to. All of the self-hate, all of the self-judgment that we're feeding off of without even knowing it. It is our fuel for everything that we do. Why? How did we get here? How did we get this disconnected from love? How did we get this disconnected from the love within ourselves that we're running around like headless chickens seeking it? Trying to overcompensate here, trying to overcompensate there, trying to build a bigger business, trying to make more money, trying to flex more on social, trying to make new friends, trying to travel to the most countries, trying to learn the dopest fucking tricks. And when does this end, man? When does this end? How does this end? How does a man wake up from his slumber? The men are asleep, deep asleep. The women, they got it. The women have been waking up. They have been paving the path for us men to rise now. This is the time of the men to rise. If the men does not rise, this world is fucked. The men built this. The men will be the ones to pivot this. We are here to get dirty. We're here to move. We're here to create physical change. That is the purpose of the man. But that creation has been so distorted, so misaligned that it has created a society of chaos, of pain, of destruction, of self-hate, of sacrifice, of killing each other. We're killing each other. We're dropping bombs on children. Like, what the fuck happened? How did we get here? Well, we got here by hating ourselves. We got here by being so deeply disconnected from the love within our own hearts that the only way that we thought we could receive some form of love, some form of satisfaction was to win, was to compete, was to destroy others. And the same programming that is causing some men to drop bombs on little children, defenseless little children in other countries, that is the same programming keeping you stuck, keeping you on the hamster wheel, keeping you disconnected from the love within yourself. It is the programming of fear. And we have been running off of that for so long. Something's got to change, man. Something's got to change. And take it from me, I have done the most. I have done the most. My entire life, I have been unhappy. My entire life, I have been operating from an underlying rage, an underlying agony, an underlying frustration and furiousness. And I did everything that I could to find love. I mastered football. I was one of the best. I was the best goalkeeper my club had ever seen. I was a prodigy. And they wanted me to go pro. But I was not happy playing football because me becoming good at football was coming from the wrong place. And so in time I quit. And I mastered snowboarding. And I mastered trampolining. And I mastered school. I got straight A grades in school. I mastered painting. You see that painting back on the wall there? It's from a scene from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I painted that. I mastered painting. I mastered drawing. I mastered communication. I mastered social skills. I mastered business. I've been in rooms with billionaires. I've had podcast conversations with business owners who sold their company for $100 million. And I was still unhappy. All of these accolades, all of these accomplishments. Got almost 500,000 followers across my social media channels. Got over 200 million views on my content. 200 million plus people have seen this face. I have gone above and beyond. I have done everything in the external world to find love. It's a fucking scam. It's a scam, fam. You're not gonna find it. You will not find it. And I have hated myself for so long. I have hated myself into doing more, into winning better, into accomplishing this and that. All for 5 minutes of ecstasy when you win. When you win a skiing competition that you've been practicing for months, that you've been terrified and nervous and anxious about for 2 months. When you win that skiing competition, yes, the bliss, the ecstasy, the validation, it feels fucking fantastic. And then it fades away. And you're back to anxiety. You're back to the depression. You're back to the sadness. It never lasts. So why? Why do we as men keep repeating these same patterns? Why do we keep operating from fear? There is so much fear embedded within us. It is so hard for the average man to trust in God, to trust in spirit, to trust in their own feelings, to feel safe, to surrender and let go. We always have to be on our edge, constantly knowing what's going on, constantly being prepared, constantly being ready for action. Your nervous system was not designed to constantly be ready for action, for battle. It is impossible. The Vikings, when they fought. But when they were not fighting, they were kicking back. They were chilling in some fucking forest, loafing around for months on end, just chilling. Eating some mushrooms, drinking some ale. But this world is different. And because we're still operating from that same DNA in large part, we're in fight or flight. We're constantly looking for threats. We're constantly looking for danger, ways to protect ourselves. What do we need to protect ourselves from? We're overly preparing for the weak. It's like just doing damage control all the time. I know this very well, especially as a business owner. As a business owner, there's a lot of, putting out fires, constantly being kind of on it and looking for. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, gang. It's exhausting. So I ask you, man to man, what do we do? What do we do? I'm not going to give any answers. I've given some, but I want to hear from you. What are we going to do? What are you going to do? Leave it in the comments. Peace.